What's up? It's the one and only Hip Hop Gamer, Hot 97. I played it. I played that on the Xbox One X for the first time. Son, that joint is smooth. Give me a hug, man. So look, this is my brother Ashen. You gotta hold the belt. You have to, right off the bat.
Honor. Thank you.
My man Daryl from Far Cry, he held the belt right off the back because what Ubisoft is doing, what you guys is doing is remarkable. Period. First question right now. What did you learn from working on Assassin's Creed Black Flag? Because that was one of the highest rated ones too that you worked on. What did you learn from that? And also, kind of taking a year off, with Assassin's Creed, with it not coming out, year after year, you took a little break, and you come back with this. What did you learn, development-wise, that has allowed us to see what we've seen today? This is amazing.
Thank you. Glad you enjoyed it.
Yes.
So some of the big learnings we made from Black Flag is we wanted a world that was, that was a giant wilderness. That there are cities in it, but we wanted something that you can be lost in the desert, lost in the Nile Delta, in the lush lands of the world. Egypt is an amazing place. We wanted to do it justice. Right. And we needed the time to do it justice. It's a massive world. There's a ton of content in there. And we're talking about the physical world, but it's the peoples, the rituals, it's the beliefs.
Yes.
We wanted this stuff to be treated properly. We wanted to give it due respect, and we wanted it to mean something to the player. So, the journey that the player will go on through Bayek, who's our hero, it's linked deeply to the birth of the Assassin's Brotherhood in this amazing, crucible of history. This place, ancient Egypt, which is it was a dream project to make this. So we learned a lot from Black Flag. It's even the RPG element, if I want to get into that. The RPG element.
Get into it.
So that was something, the naval combat of Black Flag, there was an RPG element inside of it. You crafted your ship, you ranked it up. And so we wanted to take that and make it go deeper, go further into that. And we wanted to fully apply to being an assassin. So that's where it all comes in. So yes, we go deep into levels, gear, there's rarities, there's levels, there's properties, there's a ton of stuff. We wanted players to craft the way they like to play. We see that our players are either stealth players or warriors.
Me, I'm a warrior.
He's a warrior.
Straight up. Great.
And the thing is, it's valid. One is not better than the other, and we wanted players to have the ability to push in the direction they prefer.
Gotcha.
So that's how we built our ability system, everything related to weapons. It's all linked to, do you want to be stealthy? Do you want to be a ranger with a bow? Do you want to be a warrior? Fighting with different weapons, fighting with a spear is not the same as fighting with a khopesh, just fighting with dual swords. Did you experience any of the different weapons?
I gotta tell you something right now. This is a major question. So I'm a huge fan of For Honor from Ubisoft. And playing this arena mode, I just gotta ask y'all, because the relationship is there. Have you thought about bringing in some of either the samurais or whoever from For Honor and making like cameo apperances in the world of Assassin's Creed in that arena mode? Dude, it would be crazy. Have you thought about that? Have y'all even had those questions going back to you?
Well, I haven't had that question thrown at me, so it's unique. It's yours. I'm super proud of Foreigner. I know the team very well. We're happy for them. They're doing their thing. We're doing ours.
Okay.
So the thing is, I will say we have. So Bayek is a Medjay. And being a Medjay, it means he's very proficient with different weapons and different styles of fight. And this is something we play with a lot. So in the arenas, you do meet bosses that come from different parts of the world. Without teasing it, I don't want to spoil anything.
Oh my.
But you meet warriors that come from different parts of the world that have their own style of fight, and you have to learn how they fight and what is the most effective weapon against them from your arsenal. So I don't want to spoil anything, but for sure we play with that. Super proud of For Honor. Love what they're trying to do.
But I see what y'all doing.
Our own
so
thing.
Now I got two more questions. We're gonna wrap it up. Now my next question, and this right here, is something like it's more to the heart. You know what I'm saying? So growing up, like I said, my grandmother, she told me how to play video games. I was 4 and stuff like that. One thing I want to ask you, because this obviously is a passion project. You know what I'm saying? It's obviously a passion project. Like when you was developing this game, what's some of the hardships that you had to go through behind the scenes, like the stuff that y'all may not always talk about, but what were some of the hardships that y'all went through that allowed y'all to finally get this to where it's at today, about to release and stuff like that? I think people would love to know the shortcomings because there's a lot of people out there inspired by y'all that would want to make games eventually someday.
Yeah, you know, this production is 3.5 years long so far. We've been at this since Black Flag, since the end of Black Flag, and that's a long time. The thing is, we needed this time to research Egypt, to understand Egypt. That was for us. You know, we're going to this mysterious, fantastic place, and we didn't want to just, you know, we didn't want to phone it in. Not that we do that. We wanted to do it respect. We wanted to do it justice. We researched the heck out of it. We found a lot of stories, hundreds of stories about really amazing people that did really cool stuff in this world, and we asked ourselves, how do we represent that in the game? And this took time. This was a challenge. We needed to iterate on that. We needed to iterate on the global experience. You know, we're telling the story of the Assassin's Brotherhood as we knew them from AC1. So the thing is, the thing is, there have been assassins and Templars through or at least the philosophies through all of time, but the assassins as we know them, the Brotherhood as we know it from AC1, we're telling the story of that birth. So doing that justice, making sure that it's connected to Egypt, that this story can only exist in Egypt through a character as Bayek, who is a native Egyptian and an ancient Egyptian. You know, this is not easy. It's very hard. It takes us a lot of time to iterate on this and you know, allow the stew to boil and to simmer and to let the flavors out of it. This takes time, which also means it takes a lot of confidence in what we're doing. And that's some of the challenges. Sometimes you have to face people saying, you know what, like, is it getting there? Or is it going to work? And you have to stand up for what you believe in. And, you know, one amazing thing that we have the trust of Ubisoft. They believe in us, and they've allowed us to push the game we wanted to make. And that allows us to, you know, take pride in what we're doing. And that's why you can see we're super passionate about this. And we're super happy that you can play it and experience it today.
I love it. Last question, and that's it. When it comes to the combat, designing the game, I loved it. I love the animations, the kill, the blood, all of it, the ship, everything. It was like a Grand Theft Auto moment where I took the ship from dude, and he sat down nicely while I drove it. Well, rode it. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So my thing is, how, from what we play today, how far does the combat like changes and grows? Because you mentioned the RPG element. What's some of the things, if you could share right now, what's some of the things that we may see that we didn't see yet?
So there's a ton of weapons, okay? The demo doesn't have all the weapons in it, so there's a lot of different styles of combat that you haven't experienced yet. And the thing with the weapon system is that every weapon behaves differently. You have to learn the combos of each weapon. You have to understand what they're efficient for, what other weapons are more efficient for certain situations. We have 4 types of bows, but the bows have properties and attributes, so there's hundreds of bows. So each style has its own way of playing, and the idea is once you learn them, then you have to start mastering how do you combine them and switching between them, because you can switch between bows.
On the fly?
On the fly, yeah. Oh, we lost him. He's gone.
Oh my.
And this is just the player's abilities. Then, in terms of challenge, it's the enemies. The higher levels, it's not just higher level. It means they have more health. It's actually they have more abilities. They can fight faster. They have more movesets. They have different weapons. And then you get into bosses, and there's a ton of bosses, and you have to learn how boss works. So there's a lot of challenges in the game. We wanted to have a lot of depth in the combat system, and we pushed for it. And you know, having 3.5 years to work on a combat system means you can actually have a lot of depth. It'll work in the RPG realm. We're super proud of the combat system.
Yo, God bless you, man. Thank you so much, Ash.
My pleasure. Thank
Look,
you.
It's your boy HipHopGamer. One love. God bless. This is Ubisoft. This is Assassin's Creed. This is Ashen, and this is the best Assassin's Creed I literally have felt, seen, and can't wait to play based off interest and story. God bless you, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's your boy HipHopGamer High 97, and we are out of here. Peace.